You're so disgusting.
Welcome back to the Reptiles With Podcast. The year is over. Chuck is back. Listen.
Wait, was I gone on the podcast?
The last one, yeah, you were gone.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Well, I'm back.
Yes, you are.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. And happy holidays. By the time this is out, Christmas has passed. So I hope you guys all had a good one. I think it's time for us to recap this year. Okay?
A year of growth.
Yes.
A year of legends.
Yes.
A year with reptiles.
Yes.
A year of money.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to pull this out, but as I pull this out...
Whoa!
My bad, dog. My bad. Listen, do you guys have anything notable that happened this year that you're really proud of in your personal lives?
Personal lives?
Yeah.
I'm just a G.
Okay.
That's all I got. Yeah, I think I've found some of my strengths, and I've gone head first against those things.
Hell yeah. I usually go head first.
I've been out more, doing more different
Out of the
things.
closet?
No, like opportunities.
Okay.
Whether it's herping, zoos, just trying to do everything out and being like,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
we
gonna-
herped.
Yeah, we did. Found some cool stuff. Also, I left my job of 3 years. and
Yeah.
I don't agree to find myself, but in the sense that I'm starting to have a more serious appreciation or acknowledgement of what I'm going to be doing now
Okay.
for the next year. So
Good.
it's nice. It's nice.
Very
Good.
nice.
It's exciting.
So, to be depressing, I know that in our Thanksgiving episode, I said that this year was equally as good as it was bad for me.
Uh-huh.
The bad took over.
No.
But
I can fix that.
Whoa!
but I am going to make a better attempt next year to take care of me.
Good.
Yeah, to take care of me and
dude.
Find
my
yourself.
personal life.
We
Yeah,
love
I'm
Like
gonna,
self-care.
Tino, find yourself.
yeah, I'm gonna find myself.
Yeah, we love self-care.
Yes. Okay, so let's throw it back to the first episode that we released this year, and we were talking about snake clits.
Oh
I
my
remember
god.
this. Yeah. Say if I'm actually a scientist looking at the anatomy of a snake, I'm not looking for the clit.
Why not?
I'm literally dissecting the dang thing. It's a snake. I'm not looking for its sex organs.
Dude, why not, bro? You can
should be.
understand
It's
them so
science.
much better. Yeah. Like, do they like getting dick or are they getting
Double dicked at that.
double dick? I'm like, yo, does that hurt them or do they get wet? I want to know.
No, I don't think both hemipenes go in.
They can.
No, they can't.
I think they do.
Yeah.
No, there's no way.
With
Why not?
With
Why
lizards,
there's no
I'm pretty
way?
sure it's only one at a time.
No way.
it's double
Yeah.
penetration.
There's
Tino.
no way, dude.
Snake double penetration. Yo.
That was amazing. Did we ever find that out? I'm really curious now.
I'm pretty sure it is both. But why do both exist? They just take turns.
Just in
bro?
case one doesn't
No,
work.
that is dumb, bro. I think it's both. They go like this.
That's why you have two testicles. In case one doesn't work, you still have one.
No, the testicles don't go in though.
Yeah.
You dumb bitch.
No, right. But
No,
that's
he's,
why you have two.
he's even.
I'm saying
He
that's why
goes
you have
balls
two.
deep for real, bro.
That's why you have two.
Yeah, no, I think it's funny that where we are today, that's how we started the year talking about snake clitoris.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is
I was in
crazy.
the middle that time.
Yeah, you
I was
were.
like, that's not you.
Whoa!
Yeah. He used to sit in the middle, and then you guys would argue for fucking ever.
that's right,
And then I was
that's
like,
right.
all right, I got to sit in the fucking middle to fucking deal with you guys.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's right.
Talking about that, you guys were arguing in the back for 30 minutes. It was like old times.
We were talking
Yeah,
about that for a
it
minute.
felt like it.
Yeah.
We yelled a little bit. And
Yeah. All right, and then after the snake clits, we started the drama. We started getting into the drama
Bet.
with Tyler Rugge and
Oh my
Herptime.
god, that was so long ago.
Yeah, that
dude.
was long.
Armin gets this southern white lip through trade. Okay, with
yeah.
his intention is to sell the animal because he works with
course,
anoles,
yeah,
other
yeah.
things. It's not part of his projects. They worked out a deal to do an extended payment plan on a cheaper price, and then Maddie and Tyler finished it sooner than expected. Right? Animal ships. Animal gets delayed. During this delay, the temperatures at the FedEx hub were extreme, so there was a little bit of a concern because white lips are sensitive animals. They get the animal, they notice a lump, they talk to Armin, they go back and forth, they take the animal to the vet, they confirm a respiratory infection. During this time, Armin is working with them. They come to an agreement that Armin's paying these vet bills. Apparently, the animal musked, and it was supposed to be a female. The animal, while musking, took out its hemipenes, ended up being a male. And at that point, from what I understand, Armin refunded the money. Lo and behold, the animal ends up dying from whatever issue it had, and now I guess they wanted Armin to do more. They wanted Armin to have an open vet bill, which I've never heard anybody do. Armin's like, yo, like, I don't know what else you want from me. And so they post it online.
Yes.
Crazy stuff.
Talk about
I
a
remember
fucking
Armin doing
conundrum.
crazy stuff for them.
Yeah.
I don't. Not relevant anymore. That's I don't know. I don't get hyped about. I got hyped when it was happening.
Yeah.
It was in the moment. Now I'm like, that was silly. That was fucking silly.
It was really silly.
Yeah. I wonder how their relationship is today. I hope that they were able to fix
Have to
that.
fix it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it was pretty fucking silly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope they're okay at least.
Yeah.
I don't think
Now.
Armin
Yeah.
would take them.
Okay.
And then Tyler actually commented on that episode. This is
Oh,
what
did
he
he really?
said. Yeah. Just now seeing this, and although I can appreciate different perspectives on the situation, a fair amount of the information you shared was inaccurate, so I'd like to clarify. Yo, look at us
Spicy.
being inaccurate again, dude!
Yeah, but that's good. It gives them a chance to talk.
Yeah.
We probably said some fucked up shit. I don't remember what the
You
fuck
weren't
I
even
said.
there.
After that, I talked about it on the podcast after.
Oh, okay. So he says, first, the snake did not have a respiratory infection. It was an infection of the glottis.
All right. If I have if I have an
Alright.
infection in my bronchial tubes or in my esophagus, is that going to be so different than a respiratory infection? It's affecting how I'm breathing.
What's a glottis?
The glottis is
Ah,
breathing
got you. Okay. The snake was not kept on play sand. It was soil mix that included a small amount of sand mixed in, and was certainly suitable for retaining moisture and was kept humid as it should be. Our knowledge on the care of the animal is put into question quite a bit, although we have another younger southern white lip that we've had in their care for a while. Again, I'm not mad at all about anyone having a different opinion on how they feel about what went down, but if you're going to form an opinion and speak about a situation like this, it's definitely important to make sure you're aware of what really happened and have your facts straight.
Wait. All we messed up was that it was not a respiratory infection, but a glottis infection.
Yeah.
That was it. That was the only thing he corrected us on.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Wild amount of information
It is.
difference.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
At least he took the time to comment too and say his side.
Yeah.
completely.
I guess,
That's-
yeah.
I think that's another thing. We can say some shit and we might read things and get the wrong idea out of them and
Yeah.
you know
Things
have
get
our
lost
own
in
opinion.
translation.
Yeah, absolutely. And then he goes in the comment section, says his piece, boom, the end. Like
Yeah.
he said his piece. Like
Yeah.
all we are is a fly on the wall.
Yeah.
And we just talk about the things that are going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens all the time.
Hell yeah.
Fuck ups happen. It is what
I
it
would say
is.
that was like a 99% accuracy. We got
Okay.
an A plus.
all right.
We got an A.
Well, not an A plus. It was an A.
We got an A.
All right. So then, Jay Brewer gets a TV show.
Is that happening right now?
Yeah.
Your boy, Jay Brewer, is getting
Whose
a fucking
boy,
show.
motherfucker?
Both of yours.
Not my boy.
You guys literally before this podcast started were
I will
so
hit
happy.
you,
No,
dude.
no, no,
I will
no,
You
no,
guys
no.
were like,
hit
yo,
you.
Jay
Bro,
Brewer's
I
getting
will
a
fucking
show.
hit you, bro. Don't fucking do that shit. Don't do that.
Yeah,
Hey,
no.
you out of
You're like, yo, where's my feature? I want to be on that show. Who do I call?
That is so funny.
Bro, and he hit me. Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah. Did anybody watch an episode of that show?
Nope,
Nope.
not at all.
What is it even on?
Roku.
Whatever, bro. Nobody, come on, bro. He got 5 cents out of that show because I have not heard a
Yeah.
thing.
Is it?
Yo, but wouldn't
Is
that
it
be a
good?
good thing if
What?
we haven't heard anything about it? That
Oh,
means
it's
not
a good thing. Yeah.
Yeah, because not a lot of fuck shit must have come out of it.
I guess not.
Anything
no,
that.
that means that just not enough people are watching it.
Oh damn.
So that's
But now
great.
there's talk of. I don't know if we've mentioned it on the pod
What?
before, but there is talk of the Cobra King coming out.
Yes.
I don't know if
There's
that's gonna be
always
the real
been a
call.
thing.
but-
Yeah.
No, but yeah, but like I think within the next year it's gonna come out.
Yeah.
2024.
I think I know.
We're gonna be able to
who
see
is.
Yeah.
I think I know who it is, but
Oh, we got confirmation on who it is.
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. We'll
Who
talk
is
about it later.
Who is it?
No, we'll talk about it
Bleep
later.
it.
That's right. You weren't there for that. All right.
No, he
Bleep
wasn't.
it. Bleep it.
Like, who's the main character?
Yeah. I knew that.
Yeah. All right.
Excited.
Now, Dubia buys Morph Market.
Eminem.
Today, we are here to discuss some huge news for the reptile community. Something that will affect you not only as a buyer, but also as a seller. Today we're talking about Morph Market being sold to Dubia.com.
And
Yo.
that was great. That was
I had my own like I saw that pod you did with Alex, and I had so many of my own opinions for the things that you guys were saying. I was like, I should have been on this one.
brother. I love that happened. It
Yeah.
brought so much joy to my life.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, I like Morph Market better now.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
So I gave it a lot of shit at the beginning. It definitely made my day job difficult, but as far as my business, it didn't change much. It made it better. I got to meet Darian. Darian's a cool guy. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Sweet,
Yeah,
it was fun.
it's been
dope.
great, and he keeps content going.
Yeah,
bro.
he does.
Like if we
Posting
have nothing
on
to talk about
Facebook
on this
and
pod, you go to Darian, you're gonna find some shit to talk
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
That's true.
Speaking of which, they also put aquatics on the website.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That-
Corals and stuff.
We know a guy that's going to be breeding clownfish, apparently. Yeah.
Like I don't know, that was a great thing that happened to the community.
Yeah.
I don't care if people argue. I mean, I don't even participate, buy or sell in there. I just look at it sometimes, and I'm like,
No,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
fun.
I like to see
Tell
what's on
me
there.
my intro wasn't fire, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when I learned the power of the monologue.
Yeah.
All right?
Yep.
There's nothing better than the smell of coffee in the morning. There's also nothing better than the smell of reptiles in the morning. Psych. Reptiles with coffee. That's the smell you want. The strongest coffee. Head on over to the description or go to coldbloodedcaffeine.com and use the code REPTILESWITH to get your Reptiles with coffee today. Then we got into the real drama, guys.
Yeah. That happened this year.
That did happen
That's
this year.
crazy.
Coffee versus FWC.
I remember seeing that video.
Yeah.
That video hit.
The first time, yeah, that
Very
was crazy.
sad.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Oh no! It's called the Holy Thursday Massacre. You
Yes.
messed it up. You messed
Yeah.
it up.
Yeah. Damn, you're right. My bad. You see, we can't even get the facts straight. Not even the name.
Okay, so I reached out to Coffee. He hasn't responded yet, but I was like, oh, I want to get the whole story. This doesn't feel full to me. For some
not
reason,
full.
yeah, I'm like, for some reason, it doesn't make sense that some FWC officers would go to someone's house to lose their jobs.
The reason why I don't see it like the full story there is they allowed them to keep it. You're not allowed to euthanize, and if they're gonna confiscate, yes, they euthanize them themselves.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's a form of euthanasia. That is
Yeah.
something that happens. Yeah, it's a
Inhumane.
bloody fucking mess, inhumane, but legally that's euthanasia.
Yeah.
And we'll go more into that in a second. Mind you, the boa shit's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying FWC is right. I'm not saying this is wrong. I'm just saying it is very incomplete. That's before we saw like,
Yeah.
The body cam footage.
from Donnie.
Yeah.
That's before we saw Donnie's video, which like showed us a lot more.
Yeah.
That's when USARK was the one that posted the half-ass
Look,
story they had.
just
Before we talk to
think
Daniel
about it like this.
Parker.
That was the Holy Thursday Massacre. That means Friday it was released. 2 days later we recorded the
yes,
podcast,
yeah.
and that Monday an update came
Yeah,
out.
Donnie
Yeah.
came out with everything else.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that I don't agree with USARK whenever they throw out shit like that in half pieces.
Got
like
you.
if you know there's a full story and you don't have it, hold on to it. Wait for the whole story to be put together, because then it gave me
Literally shit that we don't do.
yeah.
no. But we're not them.
Yeah,
You know what I
okay.
mean? Like we're just here to talk shit. That's what we do. They're not here to talk shit.
No.
Yeah.
They're here to inform people in a serious manner.
Exactly. Yeah.
Got
For
you.
sure.
Way different.
What's crazy is that incident caused a lot of the things that then happened this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, on top of that, Donnie does the seriousness of it, but he doesn't have to do that. USARK didn't do that. Donnie did it.
Yeah.
So USARK didn't do much to fulfill the story, other than if they worked with Donnie or knew that Donnie was gonna come out with that.
Yeah. And then we had an update. We're shitting a little bit too much on coffee right now.
No, every single side.
Okay.
Like I'm not even picking FWC.
My-
like what they did is fucked.
Yeah, because my thing is that like he did say in the body cam footage, he was saying how he was like, "Yo, like I have been trying to contact you guys about either moving certain things or any kind of issues that he was having with the timing of the
Yep,
stuff."
he did.
And you guys were not complying with me. I was trying to talk with you, and he
And they
was saying
answered
in
quick.
the video like I was talking to you and you weren't getting it.
Well,
back.
no, he said you said you were gonna get back to me and you never did.
Yeah, but now he
But
gets
this is-
charged with some shit for
Yes,
having it for an
yes,
extended
but
period of
this is
time.
the thing.
So that for us, obviously, it did great things for the channel because a lot of people were watching and a lot of people wanted to know like the stuff that was going on.
yeah.
But that also brought a bunch of bullshit to
Yeah,
the channel.
all the haters,
Yeah.
all the haters in the comment and shit. But that's part of it.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for. Honestly,
Yeah.
we're here
Yeah.
to bring the information out. It might be wrong. If it's wrong, the correct fucking shit is gonna pop up in the comments.
We do as much research as we can, minus having the actual people involved here.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the only thing we don't do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in the comments, you see all the arguments and sides, and maybe you get to learn more in the comments than you do in the podcast itself. And then that's how shit happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're here to talk shit. We're here to get that information. At the moment we get it, most of the time it's not complete.
Yep.
Yeah.
Most of the time, those things are not complete when we get it. It comes out on a weekday. We record Sunday. Then by the next podcast, the whole story is already out. Then you
Yeah.
watch the podcast we recorded last Sunday, and then you think that's the way we think. And in
We're
reality,
trying to catch up.
in reality, we change our minds because we have new information.
Yeah.
but
If
we got it
anything,
too late.
it's exactly the way that everybody else is getting the information.
I think
Yes.
this was the episode that, like, for the first time, I had to record a separate intro to be
Yes.
like, "Yo, new information came out." Like, just letting you guys know.
Yeah.
Like, that is crazy.
Yeah.
So we got a bunch of blowback. So this happened. What if we lived in a world where we were allowed to be like, "Yeah, I don't agree with this, but look at this, the things that they're doing on this side, which kind of made a little bit of sense."
Mm-hmm.
What if we lived in that world? Maybe there'd be less fucking war, less fucking problems. What if FWC had the same fucking opinion about the reptile
I'll tell you
community?
why.
Wait, hold up. What if the reptile FWC had the same fucking opinion on the reptile community, where they were like, "Yeah, all this fuck shit is happening, but there's positivity there. That's positivity there. That's positivity there. Let's work together." That's the shit that we fucking wanted.
Yeah.
So when we get on this fucking podcast and we talk about these things openly, don't fucking complain in the comments because you're like FWC and then FWC. This is the shit that you want from them, and we can't fucking do it.
Respect.
Hell yeah.
Respect.
And then we got some comments from that whole drama. Chuck's hatred of this community is getting unbearable. Damn, dog. Why?
It's always that. It's always that with me. He doesn't want people keeping shit. No, motherfucker. But I'm gonna keep some shit. Just kidding.
Then we got if a human were to do this to other humans, we would be calling them monsters and no one would be debating it. But when humans are doing this to animals, half of us respond to it as the other half simply walk away and nothing happens. Taking a life of any kind should never be seen as enjoyable.
If people were keeping people in cages in small tanks or tubs, we will be called monsters too.
Yeah.
And we do it to animals.
I must say, you completely discredited your argument when you agreed with FWC was cops and not involved in the actual conservation. Taking the money from them would not take money from conservation efforts, as they are separate companies and they are funding their own projects. All FWC is doing is giving them permission, basically.
Depends.
That's-
Some yes, some no.
Yeah, but like that's why the answer is no, because it depends. Like, for
like
example,
the Orient Society is one that is separate from FWC, but
runs-
FWC is given permission
Yes.
to do their thing.
Yeah, and they fund it. Same thing with Split Oak.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to fuck it up, absolutely. But right now, the way it runs is through FWC.
Yeah.
If Split Oak was making the money, they would not even think
No,
about.
right, exactly.
So
So some things yes, some things no. Not
Yeah.
everything.
And now, to keep things light, we're going to eat the poo-poo.
oh my god,
That happened this year too.
What do you get when you get an alleged a failed
Oh my god.
and you put them in one place? No, you didn't. You get them to eat shit.
How do you expect future Yoshii to maneuver around this?
Oh, have fun, motherfucker.
What a fucking journey this
That was
year.
crazy.
We're about
I saw that and I was like, ain't no way.
Yeah.
God,
Gross.
fuck.
Straight
Yeah,
gross.
we're about halfway, but we're gonna get back into the drama.
Yay.
We're gonna recover the Slither Files.
Yeah, that was crazy. Fuck that guy.
Slither Inc. is
Yep.
what it is. An employee came forward with a lot of evidence.
Recent employees.
So it was like multiple employees that came together to a different person. His name is Rodney. Rodney has been to his facility once. He's never worked for him. He went with supposedly with Garrett, and then what he saw he did not like. So back when that happened, he tried to talk shit, and nobody listened to him.
Garrett.
Rodney.
No.
No,
Rodney
Rodney.
tried to talk
Got
shit,
you.
and then nobody listened to him.
And Rodney's
so-
the one posting in the group all the time.
Yeah, Rodney's the one that I think made the group.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
Because the employees came to him and some other people and were
And-
like, hey, we need to put this out there. Now we have evidence.
And Rodney has his own podcast or something. Of
So
the sort?
YouTube. He has his own YouTube. I don't know.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
it's like a podcast.
Ish.
He's like interviewing some of the employees that were there and have
Yeah, yeah.
evidence.
Okay.
So
Now a bunch of pictures got leaked, which we cannot show on this.
No.
I don't know if we
Go
can.
on the Slither
no.
Yeah. And then Samson releases his rebuttal.
he put like his innocence on the line and then love in the process. So his wife is sick and she's having all those problems. Leave her alone. Look at me instead.
Yeah.
And then
Put
it's
it
like,
all on
oh,
me.
everybody wants to fuck me. It's like, dude,
It's a telenovela.
dude,
It's a telenovela. It's a whole soap.
did I was like, and my snakes are dying. Oh God, please.
I had to use pine.
Bro.
Yeah, that was craziness.
That was crazy.
That was a crazy fucking.
I remember
time.
seeing that post and being like, scroll. Oh
Bro,
my god.
Listen. Ronnie to this day is still trying to bring that shit up.
Really?
Yes, bro. I saw the other day he he saw Samson or somebody used a retic, and then he took pictures of his own retic that he had a long time ago, and then the guy from USARK had the same, and he was trying to match patterns and shit. I was like, bro, you're trying too fucking hard, bro.
Yeah.
The way he is, like, I see people calling him a hater and shit. Like, I feel like during that time he really had a really good point, but with the way he just attacks people out of any little thing to add to the big things is just
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense.
I think his also like his Samson's girl is still active on like TikTok and shit like that.
I actually
for
just I want to say a month ago I saw her post again for the first time.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I was like, huh.
Interesting.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, just like nothing happened.
Yeah.
I went.
Just like nothing
So I know that a bunch of reptile shows were like, we're not gonna allow Brewer to vend anymore. I don't know if that's still the case. I don't know if the rest of them followed suit.
A lot of them stopped it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if
What do you
is
mean
he. Is
stop
his is Slither still around?
I have no idea.
That's crazy.
Yeah, to be honest.
That would suck. Can you imagine Rodney putting in all that work, risking people's like NDAs and everything,
Yeah.
and then just he's still selling animals?
If you want to support us, head on over to modernreptileshop.com or in the description where you can find our merch. And the best part is that a percent of the proceeds from the merch gets donated to conservation. One more time, that's modernreptileshop.com or head on over to the description. People like to say we're not educational. We got fucking educational.
Yeah.
With the local legend Eddie and Ron St. Pierre. In general, with reptile keeping, people are afraid of humidity because of the fear of a respiratory infection.
The reason respiratory infections happen most of the time is because of stagnant air.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
If you are constantly breathing in the same cycle of water in the air,
Then
you are
mold
going to
comes in.
breathe in more mold, more bacteria, more fungus.
The other part of the problem is this insistence on maintaining reptiles at this sort of safe temperature, a static
Yes.
safe temperature.
Yes.
I've never seen it. I mean, static 85 degrees. Yep, it sounds good, and you can probably maintain them like that. But are they really going through all their life functions like that?
Nope.
That is a smart man that we still, as a collective, have not gone to his place.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I've never been.
Yeah.
Same.
In my life.
I went a couple times.
Wow,
We almost
must be
went one
nice.
time, but he had a health thing.
Yeah.
And then apparently right now he's in hibernation.
Yeah.
Apparently,
I heard.
Yeah, he does this
He does not
every
like
year.
winter. I'm gonna do the same thing. I just need to get older.
That's
I
the
just need to
thing.
get older. I'm gonna be like, you know what? I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm going to sleep for December and January.
So because of everything that went on that year, or this year rather, and we were really pushing it, really pushing it, you know, as far as you guys versus USARK, me versus this, us against them, we started getting the comments.
Yeah.
We started getting, I look forward to your podcast with USARK. I'm not completely down with USARK, but I am at least for someone coming in and making sure to take accountability when something is wrong has happened. In this case, this was for the Samson thing. Samson is a cancer, and people like him need to be eradicated from the hobby. Then USARK comes on the podcast.
That was the first time we met. I've seen him before. That was
Yeah.
the first time we met Daniel.
That's the first time I met him.
Awesome.
Yes, and that was because of Daniela from Tikis
Yeah.
Geckos.
Yeah.
Shout out
She-
to Daniela. She's
yep.
fucking great.
Yep, she got that for us, and here we go.
The Samson thing, like if there's anything that happens on social media, people want to come to us and say, "What's
Yeah.
your response to this?"
Yeah.
And like on something like that,
It's not
sounds
here.
horrible.
Yeah, it's
Like
not
these
here.
horrible.
Celebrities.
Yeah.
It's like celebrities when something bad happens, they're like, "What do you feel about this?"
yeah.
Their publicist is like, "We don't agree."
I mean, it seems horrible, but I'm also not the. I assume there's an investigation going on. You know, actually, I learned more about it just from you guys' podcasts. Just
We did it.
Damn,
Yeah.
educating, dude. I'm a teacher.
I don't know if that information was correct.
Y'all take that shit how it is.
I have no way to verify, but
As far as we know,
yeah, I don't. Unfortunately, I don't have time to investigate every social media drama
Yeah.
that happens myself.
That was fun. We
was
got
fun.
to meet Daniel. We got to become friends with him. I think that we really learned what the reality of what an organization like USARK Florida does. It's from their point of view, they are not the police. They are there to do a job, and it is not to police. But you guys are very vocal about the fact that somebody should be there. An organization that has the esteem should be there to be like, hey, no, this isn't us. This is not what we represent.
Which I think Darian within Morph Market is doing kind of that.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
He's
Just
making
not
an
doing it.
organization, or he's just calling people out.
He's calling people out within shows and within Morph Market.
But he's not.
He's not policing the whole industry.
No, what he's not. I don't think he's naming a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Yeah,
That's something
yeah.
I don't agree with. He should name some of these
Yes,
people.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But he's like the closest thing to policing.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
hey, we don't like the fucking crock monitor in the 10
in the
gallon.
10 gallon.
Yeah.
I think though, and I still hold this opinion. I still think with a situation like with Samson Pruitt, if USARK should have just been like, hey, this is not what we represent. This is not the kind of reptile keeping that we want to protect
Yeah, that's
against
it.
the government.
He
or
doesn't have to say
overreach.
nothing about the specifics. He could just be like, nah, we don't fuck with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I feel like he has said that within the podcast, but it was not
Yeah.
a public thing. Like, not everybody's looking at us.
Yeah.
He didn't say that to his.
This is a big thing too. If Samson or Slither Inc. was a big, or even if they contributed, if they were any kind of USARK member, I would have
bet you
hoped.
not.
I would hope that USARK Florida
Yeah.
would have rescinded that membership.
I
Like, we
doubt
don't want
he
any.
even was,
We don't want to do with
honestly.
you anymore. I would have liked that.
Yeah.
That's me. If
Yeah.
I was USARK Florida, that's what I would have done.
Same. And I think even though in that podcast we went at each other and we let him talk his piece and all this shit, you already know what happened when we had to go save Split Oak.
Yeah, I love Daniel.
The
Danny Parker's
boys-
a dope dude.
The boys had to team up.
Yes. We'll get there.
I
We'll get there. So after that,
This was all before Daytona.
this was all before Daytona. Then Daytona came.
Yeah.
Daytona came. We got to talk to a bunch of cool people. Which next year, I think we should already start planning next year. We
Okay.
can figure something out,
Yeah.
and maybe do something all of us together.
Sweet.
Eric. Hi guys. All right. So Daytona, we got to speak with Mason.
Yep.
Mason Barnes. We spoke about his.
Balls?
No, not his balls, dude. It was the fucking Quince monitors.
That's right.
Yeah, that they did the babies. Fucking Dan the
Damn.
Turtle Man.
Love that guy.
Yep. We got to. He pretty much came out and he was like, "Hey, my content is gonna be real now, and it's gonna be funny because he likes to be a funny man."
Yep.
And
Hell
he is.
yeah.
Yeah. Darian.
Darian.
Yeah.
The goat.
That was a real one. And then after that, I walked with him to the FWC table because at Daytona because they were giving away a bunch of free shit. So he's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna like get everything and donate it to the USARK auction." I don't know if he actually ended up donating it, but I was there
That's
with him
great,
when he
yeah.
collected it all.
Yeah.
Bro, I think hold on. That
Yeah.
right there was a highlight. You know how many people have had all of these people on their podcast in person?
None. We did that. All right, we got to speak with your boy Lewis, which is now
Yeah.
all of our boys.
Cool.
I love brother. Lewis is a fucking god. I love that man.
He was breaking the fourth wall. He was supposed to be here not so long ago,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
something came up, so he couldn't make it. But hopefully, very soon we could
We'll have him
podcast
back.
with him.
I love Lewis. He has opened doors for people when he doesn't even need to.
Yep.
And I fucking love that man for that.
Absolutely.
He is a very, very cool dude,
Yeah.
and I appreciate him. He is a wealth. I think I told him he is a wealth of knowledge.
Yep.
He is.
Yeah.
He has his own issues or whatever, but that motherfucker is. You can't hate the guy.
Yeah,
You just can't, bro. There's no way.
hell yeah.
There's no way.
And then
Mr. Goss.
Phil Goss from
And
USARK.
Phil Gauze.
The big one. The big one.
The big arc.
Not fucking Florida. The fucking arc, dude.
The big arc.
Yeah.
Like above Noah.
I got to look. I got to look at him in the eyes and be like, "My friend Chuck doesn't like you."
That's great.
Okay.
I honestly, hold on. I honestly have less beef with him than USARK Florida. I don't look too much into USARK. the big
General.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. USARK Prime, one would say.
The Prime subscription. That's funny.
All right, then we got AnimalCon. That panels were going on. You went to a couple bug panels, and you were telling me, you were like, "Man, I could answer these questions. Like, I can do it." And then he's like, "I think I'm just gonna raise my hand. I think I'm just gonna get up there." And I'm like, "Tino, fucking no! I would like to come back next year. You're here as my fucking guest.
Yeah.
No." And so
So the second that I'm unsupervised,
the
my
se-
chaperone left me.
Yeah.
the second that he is unsupervised, I'm literally sitting down with David from Tikis Geckos watching a great panel, and I literally forgot what that panel that I was watching was about.
because I get a text from Tino saying I'm on the panel. I'm like, no way. And then I see like 2-3 minutes pass by. He didn't respond. And I was like, oh fuck. I walk out. I go into the other breakout room and I see Tino on stage with a whole bunch of tarantula people. And then the first thing I hear was, I don't agree with wild caught. I don't like it. I don't want it. I know that some of these AnimalCon people, I know that some of these animal people might not agree with this. And then he's arguing with people on the panel.
Yo, let's go.
That did happen. Yep.
To this day, respect
Yeah.
for Tino.
Well, because of that, I got to talk with
oh yeah.
Richard on the podcast. We got
Yes.
to have him on the podcast, so it was nice.
You see how many things doors just keep opening.
I think if you're listening to this and you like inverts and you haven't watched that episode is really underrated.
Yeah, I really like it.
That was a good episode. After AnimalCon, we started making some trips to do more collaborations.
Yeah.
It was post Tinley, and we got to talk with David and Manny from Tikis Geckos. Finally got to go to their place,
Yeah.
hang out,
Tiki and Taco.
and we learned about something cool.
I don't know what it is.
So it's just basically a whole bunch of like really well-renowned gecko people, gecko breeders, or gecko experts go out and they give like talks depending on their expertise. And then at the very end, they did a little reveal of like a New Caledonian gecko. So
Species?
What?
Species, yeah. And it's a big one. It's a big animal.
That's
But,
fine.
That looked average. That thing that you just did.
Did they already speciate it? Like it's in Aquinas already, or?
No, they're still working on it.
Okay.
But they didn't want us to release any photos or anything. So
I love what you said about that episode. You were like, it's like the what is it? The new iPhone.
Oh, the
Look, it said
Gecko
up there, it's like,
15.
new Gecko.
Yeah.
That was great.
Crazy. That's crazy.
I still haven't seen a picture of that shit till this day. You know
No,
what
we
though?
did.
We did see pictures.
Oh,
He
that's
showed
right.
us.
That's right.
Yeah,
Dumb as
That's
hell.
right, dude.
Yeah.
But I think
They had like
I think he got shit for
webbing
that.
and shit. It was
I think he
fire.
got shit for that
For real?
talking about it on the podcast.
In the comments, people were like, "Oh, you weren't supposed to say anything," but he had said you weren't supposed to show pictures.
Yeah.
I don't know what ended
Post
up
about
actually
it.
happening. Yeah, I
Look,
don't know what.
they
actually
told
happened.
Tiki he couldn't post about it. They didn't tell us we couldn't post
Yeah.
about it.
Facts.
Yeah, I guess.
We
Whatever.
We broke the system.
We broke the system.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And then we hung out with the boy
Stone.
Stone. You free handle.
Wait. How do you define free handling?
Free handling is a term made up by who the fuck knows, right? But think about it. Handling is handling. You use your hands. It should be called handling because you're using your hands, right? It should be called snake hooking when you use a snake hook. So in my mind, it's just handling. You know, you're just handling with your hands.
Yeah.
But yeah, I free handle. I don't free handle a lot. I advocate for using hooks, using tongs when you're feeding. But when I do free handle, I get a picture or I get a video because I'm putting my fucking life on the line. I'm getting a pic. Like if I'm sticking my head in a gator's mouth, I'm damn sure getting a picture, bro. You know what I mean? Like why not? You know,
Yeah.
it's nothing about exploiting. It's just like I did that. I'm gonna make sure my fucking son can see it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, free handling. I don't do it a lot, but the times where I do it, I take a picture and it looks like I do it a lot. The whole thing about like, oh, but you're putting out a bad representation. It's America. You do what the fuck you want. If you want to go do some dumb shit, bro, that's on you. You know what I mean? And like, that's on you.
He literally killed my question right there. I was literally gonna be like, it's like but like, do you get worried like thinking about how somebody else, or rather like somebody young that's gonna see that might be impressionable?
Yeah, that's
and get confused.
honestly, it's not my fucking problem, bro. Like, it's not. Bro,
real
if I was worried about shit like that, bro, like I'm not worried about shit like that. You want to be an idiot? Go be an idiot.
I love that so much. It's
funny.
That was funny as shit, bro. I
Yeah.
did not expect that shit.
that
Funny.
was, my opinion, probably at top 3 episodes of the year.
Yeah.
But also for me personally, it set the standard.
What do you mean?
It set the standard that
I
our
want every
episode.
video to be like that.
I want everything to be like that.
Like what?
Like the hang, the authentic, the laughs.
yeah.
It's knowledge, but it's entertainment.
I don't know
it's-
if we said it in that. We didn't say it in that episode, but
We
we
did,
almost
we did,
lost
we
the
did.
footage.
Oh,
Yeah. We
Yeah.
did say it.
We did say
We
that?
did say it.
I don't know if I cut it out.
There's that cut. No, there's
yeah.
a cut. Yeah.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
almost lost that whole episode.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
I guess we could. What we didn't do in that episode is detail it. So
Yeah.
this is what happened. We're recording, having an amazing episode at Stone's house. Okay, and you know the vibe maybe at the beginning was a little bit weird because like I don't know him.
Yeah.
I'm in his house. I'm a little like, oh fuck, like I didn't know how to be. I couldn't feel too comfortable, right? We set up. I'm like singing praises about like, yeah, we set up like this, and you know, you were talking to me about this podcast you want to do. If you need help, like this is the equipment that I use, and like it's great. It never fails. Spoiler alert, it failed. So we record for an hour and some, and then all of a sudden Eric, which is the guy behind the camera, he goes, Yosh, it just gave this like thing, and it says that you're out of storage. Yeah, you do. And so we were freaking out. We're like, fuck. So I go to look at my phone, and the video's gone. And when I tell you that we were all like freaking out for another hour because the video was gone, we were freaking out for another fucking hour. And Stone was like, no problem, bro. We'll do it again.
But inside, he was burning.
Yeah, dude. And in my head, I'm like, this is so fucking embarrassing. I was like, yo, we're the fucking best podcast in the world. You know, whatever, being fucking dumb about it. And thank God that shit came back. It just showed up from the cloud.
Content.
I did. I deleted like half the things on my phone. Yep. I deleted my niece's baby pictures. Oh, shit. That's great. I'm kidding.
That's good.
So I'm not going to show a video of this. I'm going to read a comment. It's about the FWC kills the white throat monitor, just because it wasn't that long ago. But some of the comments were, what are they supposed to do to find housing for a bunch of invasive species? Because I
think we answered that in the video. We were like, maybe a potential pound rehoming situation. Or euthanasia.
Yeah, and
those are the three options.
This video, again, kind of like what the coffee thing did for us, was bring a slew of fucking new people that found us, argued with us and stuff like that. Yeah. We had the back and forth with tipping scales, and now we're all good with him. Another comment from this time was, humane societies are what you are looking for. FWC stands for Fish and Wildlife Conservation, and the FWC should add a new division that will cover exotic. If USARK wants to help the state come up with a reptile humane society, then do so. This would help with local dog pounds, which ends up with exotic pets.
Pounds end up with exotic pets?
I guess. I don't know.
It's I've seen like
me walking into work that morning and be like, that's a weird dog.
And then we saved Split Oak.
No.
What do you mean?
We did not save Split Oak.
What are you talking about? No, we did it.
Oh, okay.
We saved it.
We did it.
We did it. It's still there.
We partnered up with Daniel from USARK Florida, and we saved Split Oak.
Today we're here to argue with FWC to protect Split Oak Forest, a preserve full of gopher tortoises and tons of reptiles, and I know that's what you guys care about. We're gonna try and protect that place today, tell them how we feel about the destruction of this place. They're trying to build a road right through it, so we're going to tell them no as citizens, and if they don't listen, then you already know me. Pop, pop. So the update is, they're still talking about cutting that bitch down to put a road through that bitch. But it hasn't gotten through because Ricky Young has to speak with the developers and that part of FWC because they didn't know.
No, but this was slimy. This was slimy. They would have totally voted yes, or voted for yes for the proposal, but what they saw how many people were there talking about it. They saw everybody was upset, and they were like, "We're just gonna defer to Reginald Young. We're just gonna say, you know what? Whatever the executive director is gonna continue talking with staff and continue negotiations."
And you know what I didn't like?
What?
That Renee didn't talk.
No, Richie definitely wanted to speak, but they did not let Richie Young speak.
I don't think he's allowed to speak.
Who?
The executive director.
Who is that?
Ricky.
Ricky Young?
Ricky Young. He's not allowed to speak at the commission meeting because he's technically not a part of the commission. He's the executive director.
He should. I've seen him speak in other places, in other topics.
Yeah, but not a commission meeting.
Okay.
Because it's just supposed to be the commission meeting. And I think that's. I think Daniel Parker was talking to me about this. How it would show like. It would show bias. So he couldn't.
So he just has to sit there uncomfortable.
It's like the president. It's like. Biden cannot participate in Congress creating bills.
Well, that's because he's half
but he
dead.
Can listen.
Yes.
Yeah, but Riri's not half dead.
No.
Riri's pretty young.
He was sitting right in the middle. He was like, I'm here for this. Yeah,
Rihanna Young is crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder how it's going to go.
Yeah,
I think so. So they, in time, executive director will continue negotiations up until the next commission meeting.
So the next one is February 22nd or something like that?
Where is it, do you know?
Tallahassee.
Of course.
Damn.
Yeah.
So they're gonna
Couple
take it
hours
away from us from Orlando to Tallahassee.
Mm-hmm.
So my proposal: put money together. Let's get buses and go out there in buses and have the same amount of
God,
people.
that's
That would be
crazy.
so much
That would be
fucking. They're like,
insane.
"Ha, we got away," and then it's like, "Fuck, Orlando's in this bitch."
If you want to sponsor it, let us know.
Let's.
do it.
There you go.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
That might be the move.
That might be the move.
That might be the fucking move.
Yep.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Yeah. We don't
Listen.
even have to limit to Orlando people. We could be like, if anybody down south wants to come up,
No,
Let's do
at
it.
the north. If you're at the north, close to the fucking spot, let's
no,
get
because
it
we're going this way. Oh, people
Yeah,
from the north
people
go that
there.
way.
Yeah,
but I'm
there.
saying we bring people from the south up to there, bring the rest of the way.
Yeah, fuck it. Like, whatever. Imagine bringing a whole bunch of people. And
We
then,
just come at them from all angles.
Yep.
Yeah, and then do the same
I
thing
love
for
doing that.
and then do the same thing for every single place they're trying to cut. Just bring a whole bunch of people, a whole
Yep.
bunch of people, a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of
It
people.
was crazy though. Like the people voted. The people said no.
86% said no.
It's between Orange and Osceola County. Orange County,
Backed
the
out.
commissioner said no, we're not supporting this anymore. Everyone there was only one person who was like, yeah, put a road through this bitch. Everybody else was like,
Yo, fuck
no,
that guy.
don't do this. You guys are conservation commission. Why are you considering this? This is like every conservation movie
Hold on.
ever.
If you're listening to this, you're a reptile lover. All right. And what do we all need? We need supplies. Head on over to imperialreptiles.com and use the code REPTILESWITH to get a specific discount special to us and our listeners for your reptile supplies today.
Hold on. Let's be honest, bro. Are we going to talk about it on this podcast? All the funny motherfuckers that were there
What do you mean?
at the meeting. The guy that wanted to kill
Oh
all the
my
bears.
God.
Oh, we can.
Rudolph.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was fun.
Bro, there was some crazy motherfuckers. There was some bear-looking ass motherfucker. He looked like a bear. His goddamn self fat as hell. Walked like this.
Yep.
Walk at the front and said, "We have to hunt all the bears. There's more bears now than Colombian times and all this shit. And the bears are a nuisance."
Colombian time.
Colonial.
Wait, are you mean Christopher Columbus or you mean colonial?
That's
Oh,
what he said.
okay. I was like, those are two different time periods.
Let me have it. Hold
right,
up.
Colombian
Hold up.
times.
Colombian times. And then he said that bears are a nuisance in neighborhoods and in the wild, bro. Yeah, this guy said bears are a nuisance in the wild.
Yeah, the squirrels are like, man, I hate these fucking bears. They're going in my trash.
Yo,
No.
what the fuck was going on
It's
in
so
this
funny.
bitch, bro?
Oh, and
Rudolph.
the deer.
The deer, the
Oh,
deer.
Bimbo.
Ruru.
It was not Bimbo.
What was it?
I don't
Babu.
remember that.
Babu.
Babu is the
Babu
guy.
is the pet deer that FWC ended up killing. And then the two people talk about Babu.
Yep.
And it was like sad. Okay, I get it.
Super sad,
And then
super
some
messed up.
third motherfucker goes up. And then in the thing it says his name and what he's going to talk about.
Yep.
And it said Rudolph. And then we started laughing because we were like, yo, he really didn't know the name. He thought the name was Rudolph. Nah, this motherfucker went up in front of FWC like a king. And sung the Rudolph song in front
But
of
a different
everybody.
version. He didn't sing the original version.
It was
Yeah.
fucking hilarious.
I was kind of like, what is this guy standing for?
I
I was
couldn't
trying to see
believe
a
it.
message in the song. I'm like, no, he's just singing.
And then some other motherfuckers started talking about the conservation of some lake and some shit.
Dude,
and
some
then,
guy was talking about China.
that's the guy.
Oh my
He's talking
God.
about conservation of some shit, and then out of nowhere he just goes, because all these kids are going to school with Chinese money. And I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, I was like,
Conservation
wait
where,
a
bro?
minute.
Like, it was so much fucking fun.
It was a lot of fun.
I'll do it again. FWC fucked up. I let me in.
The wild thing about
I had a good time.
The wild thing about the deer. So they can euthanize wildlife. They can.
Yes.
However,
No.
the way that they euthanized it was that they bloodlet the deer.
Because of rabies.
Crazy. Yeah. I mean, that was the concern. But I mean, still insane.
Yeah,
I was like,
insane,
"Jeez."
insane.
And then the shirts that they wore, because they made shirts
Yeah.
for this deer. I'm like, okay. Nice. But there was a link, a hyperlink on the back, and I was like, to one of my friends that went with us, I was like, hey, go ahead and scan it, see what it is. It was the freaking body cam
Yeah.
footage of them bloodletting. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my
my
God,
God.
that's
They
crazy.
were about that life.
That's
Them boys were
crazy.
about to that meeting was. I loved it. I loved every second of it. I didn't feel very comfortable up there in the mic, but I feel like next time I will.
I'm very proud of you guys. Yeah.
Nice to be there.
Yeah.
Damn.
I didn't go up
Why?
because I wasn't proud of myself.
Whoa.
I wasn't gonna go
No,
up
you
too.
got-
I was reluctant about going up because I was like, I'm not gonna say anything different than like the biologists
You know
or
what though?
conservationists
You know what
they're
though?
gonna say.
That's why I didn't go up, and I think that it was valid for me. You guys killed it.
Yeah, we did.
Honest.
I will say-
you spit facts. I was like,
I
him.
would say, and then Daniel bounced
And then
off
Daniel-
of those two. Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
Daniel bounced.
It was
Quote
a
Daniel,
triple
he's
threat,
like,
dude.
preservation should mean something. And I'm like,
Yeah. Yo, when
Yeah.
he said that shit, I came. I was
It
preserved.
felt, you know what it felt like when, okay, you watch Marvel?
yeah.
Of course.
Captain America and Bucky against Iron Man. That's what it felt like. That's what it felt like, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what it felt
Yeah.
like, bro. It felt like all three of us just beat the dog shit out of this motherfucker, bro.
Two super soldiers trained weapons against an orphan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Fire.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Or us against Thanos. Yeah.
It didn't matter.
Yeah.
It was still
We-
before Doctor Strange's whole vision. So we were like, oh, we got ass kicked.
Yeah.
But wait,
yeah.
Endgame is coming.
We did get our ass kicked.
Endgame is coming.
That was Infinity War.
Yo!
February is
Endgame is coming. Yep.
Endgame. Oh, we should call it that.
Endgame,
We should
I'm
promote it
coming.
as that. We should promote it as that so more people come. Whoa.
I can't even speak, dude.
She's like, we made it by Marvel. Oh, yeah.
Call it- we should call it the Endgame meeting.
I'm gonna make a flyer.
Yo, let's
Yes.
get it.
Let's get
poppin',
everybody's
bro.
faces. Let's get
Yes.
everybody.
Wait, this year they made a flyer of us too.
Oh my God! You made a flyer of us in the Endgame thing.
Oh
with
my
Samson
God!
through it.
I predicted it. I'm
through
Doctor
it,
Strange.
All right,
I can feel it.
listen.
That's so funny.
The last thing, we hit 1,000 subscribers,
And we're getting paid, dog.
and we're getting paid.
And we're getting paid, dog.
Listen. Have a good New Year's. Be safe. The next episode, we're going to be talking about new updates on this channel. This was the Reptiles with Podcast, the best reptile podcast.
In the fucking row.